Since its premiere in 1987, The Bold and the Beautiful has captured hearts across generations, weaving tales of love, betrayal, ambition, and redemption. But beyond the glittering world of the Forrester, Logan, and Spencer families, the real lives of the actors who brought these characters to life were often filled with triumphs and tragedies of their own. Today, we take a reflective journey through the lives and legacies of 35 unforgettable cast members who are no longer with us, yet whose work continues to inspire and move audiences around the world. Perry Stevens as Steve Crown. Perry Stevens brought undeniable charisma and charm to his role as Steve Crown in 1993, stepping into The Bold and the Beautiful at just 35 years old and instantly making an impression with his confident yet relatable energy. Beyond the cameras, Perry was admired for his easy smile, warm demeanor, and reputation as a generous colleague who never hesitated to lend a helping hand on set. Before his soap opera role, he had appeared in smaller film and stage productions, gradually building a devoted following. His friends often described him as someone who could brighten any room with humor and kindness. Tragically, Perry's promising path was halted far too soon. On September 8, 2005, he passed away in Hollywood, California, at the age of 47. The cause of death was never publicly disclosed, adding a layer of painful mystery and deep sorrow to his sudden departure from the world. Phyllis Diller, as Gladys Pope. In 1995, the legendary Phyllis Diller surprised and delighted soap opera audiences when she took on the role of Gladys Pope, bringing her trademark wit, big-hearted humor, and instantly recognizable laugh to The Bold and the Beautiful at the age of 78. Phyllis had long been a trailblazer for women in comedy, breaking barriers throughout the 1960s with her self-deprecating routines, flamboyant costumes, and fearless honesty about women's issues, motherhood, and aging. Her career spanned stand-up, television, and film, earning her a place among the greats. Even in later years, she remained a beloved guest star and a cherished figure among fans and colleagues alike. After a long period of declining health, Phyllis passed away peacefully from natural causes on August 20, 2012, at the age of 95 in Los Angeles, leaving behind a vibrant legacy of laughter and courage that continues to inspire. Joseph Mascolo as Massimo Marone IV. Joseph Mascolo made a dramatic entrance to The Bold and the Beautiful in 2001, portraying the powerful shipping magnate Massimo Marone IV at age 72. With his resonant, commanding voice and unmistakable presence, Joseph brought a compelling mix of authority and subtle vulnerability to the role, captivating viewers and earning their loyalty. Before joining the cast, he had already achieved fame playing the villainous Stefano Demera on Days of Our Lives, a part that solidified him as a daytime icon. Off-screen, Joseph was known for his warm personality, dedication to his craft, and for mentoring younger actors with generosity and patience. In his final years, he battled Alzheimer's disease with courage and dignity. On December 8, 2016, he passed away in Los Angeles at 87, leaving behind a legacy of unforgettable performances that touched fans and colleagues alike. Jeff Conaway as Mick Savage. Jeff Conaway joined The Bold and the Beautiful in 1989 as Mick Savage, bringing 39 years of experience and a deep, layered intensity to the role that reflected his own artistic depth. Best known for his roles as Bobby Wheeler in Taxi and Kenickie in the beloved musical Grease, Jeff had built a reputation for charismatic performances that blended humor, charm, and a hint of rebellion. However, behind the scenes, he struggled for decades with addiction to painkillers, alcohol, and other substances, a battle that repeatedly disrupted his career and personal relationships. Despite several attempts at rehabilitation, Jeff's health continued to decline. On May 27, 2011, he died in Encino, California, at age 60 from pneumonia and sepsis, complications brought on by years of substance abuse. His death was a tragic reminder of the private battles even the brightest stars can face. Austin Stoker as Mitchell Owens. Austin Stoker joined The Bold and the Beautiful in 1991 as Mitchell Owens at 61, delivering a dignified and steady performance that reflected the same quiet strength he carried throughout his long career. Born in Trinidad, Austin built an impressive resume across film, television, and stage, gaining recognition for his work in classics like Assault on Precinct 13 and Roots. His warm personality and professionalism won him respect in every corner of Hollywood. Off-screen, he was a devoted husband to fellow actress Robin Stoker and a beloved mentor to younger performers. In his later years, Austin continued to act occasionally and enjoyed time with his family. On October 7, 2022, he passed away peacefully in Los Angeles at the age of 92, following complications from renal failure. His remarkable versatility and graceful presence left an indelible mark on both colleagues and audiences. Joseph Campanella as Jonathan Young. Joseph Campanella began portraying Jonathan Young in 1996, stepping into the role at 72 with his signature gravitas and a subtle touch that made the character deeply relatable. Long before arriving at The Bold and the Beautiful, Joseph had built an impressive career spanning more than 5 decades, including memorable appearances on The Practice, Mannix, and as a voice actor for Spider-Man, the animated series. He was praised for his refined, intelligent style and an ability to convey strength without shouting. Off-screen, he was a devoted family man, married to his wife Jill for over 50 years, and a father to 7 children. Even as Parkinson's disease gradually limited his mobility, Joseph continued to inspire those around him with his grace and courage. On May 16, 2018, he passed away peacefully at age 93 in Sherman Oaks, California, leaving a rich and dignified legacy behind. Anthony Addabbo as Tony Rush Carrera. Anthony Addabbo made his entrance on The Bold and the Beautiful in 1997 at the age of 37, breathing life into Tony Rush Carrera with a memorable mix of sensitivity and inner strength that quickly won over fans. Before landing this role, Anthony had already built a strong daytime resume, including appearances on Generations, Guiding Light, and All My Children, showcasing his versatility and easygoing charm. Off-screen, he was a passionate outdoorsman, often spending his free time surfing, fishing, or simply enjoying nature with his wife Ellie and their son Brandon. Colleagues described him as warm-hearted and deeply dedicated to his family. On October 18, 2016, at just 56, Anthony's life came to a sudden and heartbreaking end. The exact cause was never publicly disclosed, intensifying the shock and sorrow felt by fans and loved ones who had cherished both his talent and generous spirit. Matthew Cowles as Curtis Love. Matthew Cowles joined The Bold and the Beautiful in 1997 as Curtis Love at 53, bringing a rugged authenticity and rich theatrical flair to the part. A true original, Matthew had made his mark decades earlier in All My Children as the unforgettable Billy Clyde Tuggle, where his fearless, eccentric performances earned him a cult following. Off-screen, he was an accomplished playwright and a motorcycle enthusiast, living life with a free spirit and profound dedication to his art. Married to actress Christine Baranski, with whom he had 2 daughters, Matthew was deeply devoted to his family while staying rooted in a bohemian creative lifestyle. On May 22, 2014, he passed away in New York City at 69 from congestive heart failure, leaving behind a legacy of passion, humor, and powerful performances that continue to resonate in the memories of his many admirers. Fred Willard as John Forrester. Fred Willard brought his beloved comedic timing and easygoing warmth to The Bold and the Beautiful in 2014 as John Forrester, joining the show at age 81 and instantly making the character memorable. Fred was already a household name, known for scene-stealing turns in mockumentaries like Best in Show, Waiting for Guffman, and This Is Spinal Tap, as well as his Emmy-nominated role on Modern Family. He was celebrated for a uniquely improvisational style that made audiences laugh for decades. Off-screen, Fred was admired for his graciousness and unshakable optimism, even as he faced Parkinson's disease in later years. His positive spirit and humor stayed with him to the very end. On May 15, 2020, Fred died in Los Angeles at 86 from cardiac arrest, leaving behind a rich legacy of laughter and warmth that continues to brighten hearts all over the world. Andrea Evans as Tawny Moore. Andrea Evans made her entrance to The Bold and the Beautiful in 1999 at 42, turning Tawny Moore into a character both fiery and unforgettable. Andrea had already been a soap opera legend thanks to her breakout role as Tina Lord on One Life to Live, where she became a daytime icon. Beyond her success on television, Andrea was admired for her resilience and determination, never shying away from challenges in her professional or personal life. Off-screen, she was an advocate for animal welfare and a devoted wife to her husband, Stephen, with whom she shared a strong, supportive partnership. In later years, Andrea fought bravely against breast cancer, maintaining remarkable grace throughout her health battle. On July 9, 2023, she passed away in Pasadena at 66, surrounded by loved ones, leaving behind a powerful legacy of courage, talent, and inspiration that continues to shine. Robert Clary as Pierre Jourdan. Robert Clary brought warmth and a gentle sophistication to the role of Pierre Jourdan in 1990, joining The Bold and the Beautiful at age 64 with a lifetime of remarkable history behind him. Born in Paris in 1926, Robert was deported to Nazi concentration camps during World War II, surviving the unimaginable loss of most of his family before being liberated in 1945. After the war, he rebuilt his life through music and acting, eventually becoming famous as Corporal Louis Lebeau on Hogan's Heroes, where his personal resilience mirrored the optimism of his character. Beyond acting, Robert dedicated himself to Holocaust education, traveling the country to share his story and combat hatred. On November 16, 2022, he passed away peacefully in Los Angeles at the age of 96 from natural causes, leaving behind a legacy of hope, courage, and creative excellence that will never be forgotten. David Lander as Dr. Martin Guthrie. David Lander stepped into the role of Dr. Martin Guthrie in 1997 at age 50, infusing the character with a rare blend of empathy, warmth, and understated humor. Long before his soap opera appearance, David was beloved by millions as Squiggy on Laverne and Shirley, where his comedic partnership with Michael McKean became legendary. Off-screen, David was a tireless advocate, courageously going public with his multiple sclerosis diagnosis in 1999 after having lived with symptoms for years in secret. Through books, interviews, and public speaking, he inspired countless others facing chronic illness to stand strong and keep dreaming. His determination to work and advocate, even as his health declined, was nothing short of heroic. On December 4, 2020, David passed away in Los Angeles at the age of 73 from complications related to multiple sclerosis, leaving a legacy defined by courage, kindness, and laughter. James Doohan as Damon Warwick. James Doohan, best known to millions as the beloved Chief Engineer Scotty on Star Trek, brought his dignified presence to The Bold and the Beautiful in 1993 as Damon Warwick, joining the series at age 73. His warm, steady voice and commanding screen presence gave the role a sense of gravitas, honoring decades of storytelling craft. Born in Vancouver, Canada in 1920, James was a decorated World War II veteran, having stormed Juno Beach on D-Day and surviving multiple wounds. After the war, he built a legendary acting career, inspiring generations of engineers, dreamers, and sci-fi fans alike. In later life, James faced tremendous health challenges, including Parkinson's and Alzheimer's disease, yet continued to connect with fans at conventions until the very end. On July 20th, 2005, he died in Redmond, Washington, at age 85 from complications of pneumonia and Alzheimer's, leaving a truly heroic legacy. Leslie Woods as Grandma Helen Logan. Leslie Woods stepped into the role of Grandma Helen Logan in 1987 at age 77, portraying the gentle, wise heart of the Logan family with a quiet strength that grounded the show's early years. A veteran of stage and screen since the 1940s, Leslie had a long resume that included appearances on General Hospital, Days of Our Lives, and The Young and the Restless, earning respect throughout the daytime drama world. Off-screen, she was admired for her calm professionalism and genuine kindness toward castmates, offering guidance to younger performers as a trusted mentor. Leslie remained a devoted presence in the industry well into her 80s. On August 2, 2003, she passed away peacefully in Los Angeles at the age of 92. Although her cause of death was never publicly disclosed, fans continue to remember her with deep affection for the enduring warmth and grace she brought to the bold and the beautiful. Betty White as Ann Douglas. In 2006, Betty White stepped into The Bold and the Beautiful as Ann Douglas at 84, bringing a tender mix of vulnerability and backbone to the matriarchal role, perfectly fitting her decades-long reputation for portraying strong yet relatable women. Long before joining the soap, Betty had already cemented her place as a television icon through shows like The Golden Girls, The Mary Tyler Moore Show, and countless game show appearances, earning multiple Emmys and a spot in the Television Hall of Fame. Off-screen, she was a passionate animal rights advocate, working with the Los Angeles Zoo and numerous humane societies for decades. Even into her 90s, Betty kept her sharp comedic timing, appearing in everything from Super Bowl commercials to talk shows. She passed away peacefully on December 31, 2021, in Los Angeles at age 99, just weeks shy of her 100th birthday, after suffering a stroke 6 days earlier, leaving behind an unparalleled legacy of love and laughter. Which of these talented actors or their characters touched you the most during their time on The Bold and the Beautiful? Share your memories in the comments. We'd love to hear your stories. And if you enjoyed this tribute, don't forget to like this video, share it with fellow fans, and subscribe for more heartfelt looks at the people who brought our favorite shows to life.